Screen. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Am I audible to you? Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ma. Is my voice is audible? Okay. Let us start our discussion. Today we are going to discuss about the D to A and A to D converters. So, this is the fifth unit of our subject. Is my voice is audible? Everyone, please reply. Is my voice is audible? Okay, Ma. Shall we start? So today we are going to discuss about the D to A and A to D converters. So D to A is nothing but the digital to analog converter and analog to digital converters. So before the actual class, so with this small quote, I will start my class. Don't say you don't have enough time. You have exactly the same number of hours per day that were given. So with this line, I will start my class. So what is analog to digital converter? What is analog to digital converter? So already we know that what is analog? Analog is nothing but continuously variable physical quantity or signal. So if you represent any information in the form of continuous variable, then it is said to be analog signal. Then what is mean by digital signal? Digital signal is nothing but the if you represent any information in the form of discontinuous form, then it is said to be digital information. So in this chapter totally we are going to discuss about the analog to digital converter as well as the digital to analog converter. So first one is analog to digital converter. It is also called as ADC or A to D converter. So analog to digital converter is a device that converts the continuous signals into the discrete digital numbers. So analog to digital converter is a device that converts continuous signals into the discrete or digital numbers. And one more device is digital to analog converter. So digital to analog converter is the device which converts digital form of data into the continuous form of data, so why we need analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter? Why we need analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter? Can any one of you know? Why means, so already we know that most of the real world physical quantities already we know that most of the real world physical quantities such as voltage, current, temperature, pressure and time all are available in the form of analog nature. So but the analog signals, the storing of the analog signals or processing of the analog signals is quite difficult. That's why we are converting this analog form of signal into the digital form. So I am saying that why we need analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. So already we know that most of the real world physical quantities are such as voltage, current, temperature, pressure, all are in the form of analog nature, but the processing and storing of the analog signals is quite difficult. That's why we are converting the analog signals into digital form. Analog signals into digital form. So at the end, at the reception side or at the receiver side, we need analog signal. So at the end, again we are using the DAC converters, that is digital to analog converter, in order to receive the actual signal. So most of the physical quantities such as temperature, pressure are in the analog form, but the storage and processing of analog signals is quite difficult and the accuracy is also less. That's why we are converting that analog signal into digital signal by using the A to D converter. And at the receiver side, again we need the analog form. That's why at the receiver side we are converting the digital signal into the analog signal. So need of conversion, with the help of this example I want to tell you, so why we need to convert the analog signal into digital signals. So here this person is speaking, so the voice signal is analog in nature. So here he is speaking on the microphone. This microphone will convert the sound signal into the electrical signal. This microphone will convert the sound signal into the electrical signal. So we are giving that signal into the ADC. So ADC is the device which converts the continuous signal into the digital signal. So the ADC will convert the continuous signal into the digital signal, and that digital signal is given to any system, that is the digital system. That digital signal is given to the digital system, and the output of the digital system is the digital signal. And at the end we need only voice signal only, and that is in the amplified manner. So the digital signal is given to the DAC circuit. Here the DAC circuit will convert these digital signal into the analog form. So at the loudspeaker, again we are having the analog signal, that is our voice signal, but it is amplified. So once again I am explaining, so why we need to convert the analog signal into the digital signal. So here this person is speaking in the microphone. So the microphone convert the voice signal into the electrical signal, and that should be given to the ADC. The ADC will convert this voice signal, that is analog in nature, into the digital signal. That digital signal is given to digital system, and this digital system will convert the this digital system will process the digital signal, because processing of the analog signal is quite difficult when compared to the digital signal. And finally the digital system output is given to the DAC. Digital system output is given to the DAC, and the DAC will convert the digital signal into the analog signal, and that should be given to the loudspeaker. So at the output again we are getting the voice signal, but that is in amplified manner. So again I am showing one of the circuit that shows the application of A to D converter. So let us say some any physical signal, that may be temperature, or pressure, any physical signal that is sensed by some transducer or sensor, and the sensor will detect the any physical signal or measure the any physical signal, that is nothing but the analog signal. And this analog signal, I am passing this analog signal into the anti-aliasing filter. So the filter is nothing but the frequency selective network. So here the anti-aliasing filter output is nothing but the band limited analog signal. So whatever the temperature or pressure, whatever the physical quantity we are getting from the real world, that should be processed to the input of the anti-aliasing filter. So here the anti-aliasing filter output is the band limited signal, because already we know that the filter is the frequency selective network. So depending on that, it will give some band limited signal, and that band limited signal is given to the input of the sample and hold circuit. That band limited signal is given to the input of the that band limited signal is given to the input of the anti-aliasing filter, sorry, sample and hold circuit. So the output of the sample and hold circuit is nothing but the discrete signal, and that discrete signal is given to the analog to digital converter. That discrete signal is given to the analog to digital converter. So the analog to digital converter will convert the analog form of signal into the digital form of signal, and that should be given to the computer or digital processor, whatever the digital system you are using. But at the end, at the reception, again we need the analog signal. So get the analog signal in order to get the analog signal, again we are giving the an digital signal into the D2A converter. So here D2A converter is nothing but the digital to analog converter. It will convert the analog signal into the staircase signal. So what is mean by staircase signal, how it will convert the staircase signal, we are discussing in brief while we are discussing the D2A converters. And this staircase signal is again given to the smoothing filter. The smoothing filter will give the perfect analog signal. So basically in any communication system or in any system, this process will continue. So whatever the analog signal we are receiving from the real world, whatever the analog signal we are receiving from the real world, that will be given to the anti-aliasing filter. The anti-aliasing filter will convert the analog signal into the band limited filter, because already we know that filter is nothing but the frequency selective network. So after the anti-aliasing filter, I am having the sample and hold circuit. The sample and hold circuit will convert the analog band limited analog signal into the discrete signal, and that discrete signal is again given to the analog to digital converter. So analog to digital converter will convert the discrete analog signal into the digital signal, that should be given to the computer or digital signal processor. So the computer or digital signal processor understand only the digital data. So at the output, again we need the analog signal. That's the reason the digital signal is processed into the D2A converter. The D2A converter the D2A converter convert the binary signal into the staircase signal. So how it will convert the staircase signal, again we are discussing while discussing the D2A converters. So again this staircase signal is given to the smoothing filter circuit, so it will give the final output as the analog signal. So this is the one of the circuit which is showing the application of the A to D and D to A converters. So the same matter, the analog signal obtained from the transducer is band limited by the anti-aliasing filter. The signal is then sampled at a frequency. So what is sampling rate? Already you are studied in the subject called ADC. Sampled at a frequency rate more than twice the maximum frequency of the band limited signal. So, and this sample signal again will given to the again we are giving to the analog to digital converter. So that will convert the analog signal into the digital. The same matter the same matter here. So this figure represents the applications such as digital audio recording and playback system, and computer system, and music and video synthesis, and pulse code modulation transmission data acquisition system, digital multimeter, direct digital control, digital signal processing, microprocessor based instrumentation. So this circuit has many applications, those are written here. So now we will discuss what is DAC. So DAC is nothing but the digital to analog converter. So the digital, at the input I am giving the digital data, that is D1, D2, Dn minus 1, Dn, these are all the digital bits. So the digital data is nothing but the binary words, that may be either 0 or 1 or maybe anything. So the output of this DAC is nothing but the analog voltage or current. So this is the basic schematic diagram that shows the DAC, that is digital to analog converter. So mainly the DACs are converted into two types. So all of you just write that one. Mainly the DACs are converted into two types. So the first one is the weighted resistor DAC. Weighted resistor DAC. All of you note this point. The DACs are converted into two types. First one is the weighted resistor DAC, and the second one is the R 2R ladder DAC. The first one is the weighted resistor DAC. I am repeating. The first one is the weighted resistor DAC. The second one is nothing but R2R ladder DAC. So this circuit is the schematic diagram of the DAC. So at the input side we are giving D1, D2 and up to Dn minus 1, Dn. These are all the digital bits we are applying at the input of the DAC. At the output we are getting either the voltage or current. So this diagram shows the schematic diagram of the digital to analog converter. So in order to understand that one, I am taking example of the binary number. So the input is digital, that is nothing but some binary number. So in order to understand the operation, I am taking one binary number, that is 1010. So here how you know the value of this number? In order to calculate the value of this number, you are assigning positional weightage to each and every digit. You are assigning the positional weightage to each and every digit. So up to now clear nama? What is DAC? What is ADC? Why we are using ADC and DAC? So what is the basic circuit showing the application of ADC and DAC? Have you understood all this? Just please give me the reply. Then only I can proceed to the next topic. Okay, ma'am. So DAC is nothing but the device which converts the digital signal into the analog signal. The analog signal may be available in the form of voltage or current. So in order to understand the DAC circuit, I am taking one binary number. The binary number is nothing but digital. The binary number is in the form of digital only, that is 1010. So in order to calculate the value of this 1010, you are assigning the positional weightage to each digit. So here 0 into 2 power 0. This is the positional weightage of this 0. And here we are assigning 1 into 2 power 1. The positional weightage of this 1 is 2 power 1. And here 0 into 2 power 2. The positional weightage of this 0 is 2 power 2. And here 1 into 2 power 3. The positional weightage of this 1 is 2 power 3. So in order to convert any binary number into decimal form or sum, we are assigning positional weightage to each digit. So when we design the DAC circuit, that is nothing but digital to analog converter. So in order to design the DAC circuit, we will convert this weight into equivalent binary voltage. So here each digit like 0 is having the weightage of 2 power 0, 1 is having the weightage of 2 power 1, this 0 is having the weightage of 2 power 2, this 1 is having the weightage of 2 power 3. So each digit is having its own weightage. So in order to design the digital to analog converter, we will convert these weights into equivalent binary voltage or equivalent binary converter, because the DAC converts the digital data into the analog form. So in order to design the DAC circuit, we will convert these positional weightage into equivalent analog voltage or equivalent analog current. Have you understood? So I am showing one type of the DAC, that is weighted resistor DAC. So this is the weighted resistor DAC. So if I want to convert, 3 digital bits, that means 3 bit DAC. If I want to convert 3 bits into its analog equivalent voltage or its analog equivalent current, then I need to use only 3 resistors. 1 resistor, 2 resistor, 3 resistors. So this circuit showing the n bit DAC. That means if you want to convert the n number of bits into equivalent voltage or equivalent current, so whatever the bits you are giving at the input, that digital bits is converted into the corresponding analog output voltage. So here this circuit shows the n bit DAC. So for example, if I want 3 bit DAC, then I want to connect only 3 resistors: first resistor, second resistor, third resistor. If I want to convert 4 bits into the 4 bit DAC, then I want to connect 4 resistors. If I want 5 bit DAC, then I'll connect the 5 bit resistor. So this is the n bit DAC. So here we need to convert n number of digital bits into its corresponding analog voltage. N number of digital bits into its corresponding analog voltage. So how you are giving the resistor value as 2R, 2 power 2R, 2 power 3R? So we need to discuss about. So if we want n bit DAC, then we have to connect the n number of resistors. If we want 5 bit DAC, then we want to connect the 5 number of resistors. If we want 4 bit DAC, then we want to connect the 4 number of resistors. So here this circuit diagram shows the n bit DAC. That's why I am connecting 1, 2, 3 and n and so on, n number of resistors. And how you are getting this 2 power 1, 2 power 2, 2 power 3 and so on. So in order to understand this one, so if you observe this example, this bit indicates the MSB. This one indicates the MSB, and this is the next to the MSB, and this last one indicates the LSB. The last one indicates the LSB. So if you see the if you compare these two bits, the first bit, the MSB weight is 2 power 3. In this example, the MSB weight is 2 power 3, and this MSB weight is 2 power 3, and the next one weight is 2 power 2. So if you compare these bits, so the MSB weight is more than this. So this bit weight is 2 power 2, this bit weight is 2 power 3. So the MSB bit weight is more than this one. So here the second MSB weight is lesser than the first MSB weight. So I am saying this is the MSB, this is the second MSB, this is the first MSB. So here the second MSB weight is lesser than the first MSB weight. Have you agree with me? Because the first MSB weight is here 2 power 3, the second MSB weight is here 2 power 2. So the second MSB weight is lesser than the first MSB weight. Have you agree with me? So that's the reason. So here I am taking the 2R. The first resistor is the 2 power 1R. The second resistor indicates the second MSB. The third resistor indicates the third MSB, and the last resistor indicates the LSB. The last resistor indicates the LSB. So if you compare the first MSB with the second MSB, definitely the second MSB weight is lesser than the first MSB weight. So here the second MSB weight is the 2 power 2. First MSB weight is the 2 power 3. So the second MSB weight is lesser than the first MSB weight. So that's the reason. So that indicates nothing but whatever the voltage or current flowing through the second MSB must be lesser than the first MSB only na, because the second MSB weight is lesser than the first MSB indicates whatever the voltage or current flowing through the second MSB must be lesser than the first MSB. So in order to satisfy that condition, I am taking the first MSB is the 2 power 1 R and the second MSB resistor value is the 2 power 2 R. That means the voltage or current flowing through this path must be lesser than the first MSB, and so on. And the third MSB is the 2 power 3 R. That means the voltage or current flowing through this third MSB must be lesser than the second MSB. So on it follows. So 2 power 1 R first MSB. So the current or voltage flowing through the second MSB must be lesser than the first MSB. That's the reason I am taking this resistor value is 2 power 2R. So have you understood the DAC? Have you understood the DAC? How I am taking the resistor values 2 power 1R, 2 power 2R, 2 power 3R and so on. So up to now clear na this resistor part, how we are taking the resistors. If you are having two 2-bit DAC, you have to take the 2 resistor. If you have n-bit DAC, you have to take the n number of resistors. And how you are assigning the weightage to each resistor means depending on the positional weightage of this number. Definitely the current flowing through the MSB, first bit of MSB is greater than the second bit of MSB. That's why here I am taking the 2 power 2R, 2 power 3R, 2 power 4R and so on 2 power NR. So again, up to now here clear now how you are connecting the resistors. Now here we are having the operational amplifier. Here the non-inverting terminal is connected to the ground and we are connecting these series of resistors. That means these parallel resistors are connected to the inverter terminal, and again we are having in feedback path one resistor. So this total circuit indicates the adder circuit. This total circuit indicates the adder circuit. So here the non-inverting terminal is connected to ground, and for the inverting terminal we are having more number of resistors, 2 power 1R, 2 power 2R, 2 power 3R and so on 2 power NR. So this total circuit indicates the adder circuit. So here the output of the adder circuit is nothing but the output of the adder circuit is nothing but the minus RF. So whatever the feedback resistor we are having, minus RF by R minus RF, that is multiplied with minus RF into I1 plus, I2 plus, I3 plus, I4 plus and so on up to IN. So this total circuit represents the adder circuit. The output of the adder circuit is minus RF. The negative sign is nothing but the, due to here we are connecting the input to the inverting terminal, that's why we are getting the negative term. So V0 equal to minus RF, that is the feedback resistor. This feedback resistor is used to control the current. Why we are connecting the feedback resistor? In order to control the current. So V0 equal to minus RF I1 plus I2 plus I3 and so on up to IN. So here I1 is nothing but the if this I1 is connected to, so once you observe this resistor either it connected to ground or it connected to the voltage. Either it connected to ground, either it connected to the voltage. So we are discussing the DAC circuit. So the digital bits are either it may be 1, that means logic high, or logic low. So if it is logic low, then that corresponding bit is connected to the ground. If it is logic high, then that corresponding bit is connected to the VR or some voltage. Some voltage. So here I1 is nothing but the, let us say it is connected to some voltage. So I1 is nothing but the minus VR by 2 power 1R, and I2 is nothing but the VR by 2 power 2R, and I3 is nothing but the VR by 2 power 3R and so on. IN is nothing but the VR by 2 power NR. Have you understood? So this total circuit represents the adder circuit. For adder circuit, the output is the minus RF I1 plus I2 plus I3 and so on. So here I1 is nothing but the VR by 2 power 1 R. I2 is nothing but the VR by 2 power 2 R. I3 is nothing but the VR by 2 power 3 R and so on. And IN is nothing but the VR by 2 power N R. So this one, this one. So here RF is the feedback resistor by R. This minus VR is nothing but the whatever the voltage. So I am saying V naught equal to RF minus RF into I1 plus I2 plus I3 plus I4 and so on. So in place of I1 I am substituting VR by 2 power 1 R1. In place of I2 I am substituting VR by 2 power 2 R. In place of I3 I am substituting VR by 2 power 3R and so on. So I am taking VR as common and R is also common. That's why the V naught equal to minus VR RF by R. And how you are getting this B1, B2 and B3 and so on. So if you observe this one, if the digital bit, is connected to ground, then it is 0. If the digital bit is connected to some voltage, then it is 1 or something. If it is negative voltage, so the digital bit is connected to negative voltage means 0 and ground means 1 or something else. So here depending on the position of digital bit only, you are getting the voltage. You are getting some V1 by R1, V1 by 2 power 1 by R1, V2 by 2 power 2 R2, V3 by 2 power 3 R and Vn by 2 power n into R. So depending on the bit position only you are getting the voltage. That's why I'm representing that V with the that voltage with the some B1 into VR. B1 into VR or B2 into VR, B3 into VR. Why means depending on the bit position. Depending on the bit position, these bit may be connected to the ground or it may be connected to the voltage. Depending on this bit position only you are getting the voltage. Depending on this voltage only you are going to calculate the I1. That's why initially I am saying I1 equal to VR by 2 power 1 R. I2 equal to VR by 2 power 2 R. I3 equal to VR by 2 power 3 R. So here in place of VR I am substituting VR into B1. So B1 is nothing but some bit. B1 is nothing but some bit. So here in the diagram I am taking T1. In the equation I am writing some B1. So have you understood how you are getting this B1, B2, B3 and so on? B1, B2, B3 and so on. In place of V, I am substituting V into B1. That means in place of VR, I am substituting V1 into B1. So the equation V naught equal to minus VR into RF by R, B1 by 2 power 1, B2 by 2 power 2, B3 by 2 power 3 and so on, Bn by 2 power n. So again we are simplifying the output equation minus VR into RF by R into I am taking 2 power n as common. So B1 2 power n minus 1, B2 2 power n minus 2, B3 2 power n minus 3 and so on. So this is the final equation. So here just I am taking the 2 power n as common. 2 power n as common. So now we need to understand this equation. Now we need to understand this one. So this is the transfer characteristics of the 3-bit DAC. So let us say this is the n-bit DAC. So I am considering only 3-bit DAC. That means only 3 resistors are present. That is 2 power 1 R, 2 power 2 R, 2 power 3 R. Only 3 resistors are present. So the output is V naught equal to minus RF minus, here I am writing R1. So minus R1 by R or minus RF by R into B1 by 2 power 1, B2 by 2 power 2, B3 by 2 power 3. So this is the output voltage equation for the 3-bit DAC. Have you understood, ma? Output voltage equation for the 3-bit DAC is nothing but minus RF by R, that is multiplied with the VR, minus RF by R into VR, that is multiplied with the B1 by 2 power 1, B2 by 2 power 2, B3 by 2 power 3. So in order to understand these characteristics, let us take 001 example. 001. I am applying input for the DAC is the 001. I need to convert this digital data into the corresponding voltage. So 001 is nothing but MSB is 0, the next bit is 0, and D3 is connected to the voltage. MSB is 0, D2 is 0, and the D3 is connected to the voltage, that is 001. So what is the output voltage equation for the 3-bit DAC? VR minus VR, because it is converted into, because it is connected into the inverting terminal, minus VR into R1 by R and R1 by R and D1 by 2 power 1 plus D2 by 2 power 2 plus D3 by 2 power 3. So here we are considering the example as 001. That means D1 equal to 0, D2 equal to 0, D3 equal to 1. So D1 is nothing but B1. So I am taking either any representation. It may be digit or it may be binary number. That's why B. So the output equation for the 3-bit DAC is the V0 equal to minus VR into R1 by R, that is multiplied with the D1 by 2 power 1, D1 by 2 power 2, D3 by 2 power 3, D1 by 2 power 1, D2 by 2 power 2, D3 by 2 power 3. So if I am taking the 001 digit, that means D1 by 2 power 1 is 0, D2 by 2 power 2 is 0, and D3 by 2 power 3 is nothing but the 1 by 8. 1 by 8. 1 by 8. So that's why if RF equal to R, RF equal to R, so the output equation V0 equal to minus VR RF by R, D1 by 2 power 1, D2 by 2 power 2, D3 by 2 power 3. So D1 is 0, D2 is 0. I am taking D3 equal to 1. So that's why 0 plus 0 plus 1 by 8. And I am saying that RF equal to R. So the equation becomes minus VR into 1 by 8. So the resistors may be connected to the non-inverting terminal also. That's why here they are taking the 1 by 8 into VR. So let us take the second example 010. So the output of the DAC is nothing but VR minus VR into RF by R, D1 by 2 power 1 plus D2 by 2 power 2 plus D3 by 2 power 3. So here the second bit is 010. That means VR into RF by R into D1 is 0, 0 plus D2 is 1 means D2 by 2 power 2. That means 1 by 4 plus 0. So what is the equation? Here RF equal to R. So BR into 1 by 4, BR into 1 by 4, that is also written as 2 by 8 only na. So 2 1 ja 2, 2 4 ja 8. 1 by 4 VR. For the third bit, that means D1 equal to 0, D2 equal to 1, D3 equal to 1. So in order to write the equation for the third bit, so what is the equation of the output of the DAC? V0 equal to minus VR into RF by R1 into D1 by 2 power 1, D2 by 2 power 2, D3 by 2 power 3. So as in the third bit D1 is 0 plus, so minus VR into RF by R 0 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8. So 1 by 4 plus 1 by 8 is nothing but the 3 by 8, and in each case I am considering the feedback resistor value equal to the input resistor, that is RF equal to R. So that's why the equation is 3 by 8 into VR. So I am calculating all the bits. So if you draw the curve between the digital input code versus analog the output voltage, then you are getting the staircase signal. Staircase signal. Have you understood how you are getting the 1 by 8 VR, 2 by 8 VR, 3 by 8 VR? If you don't understood, just tell me the Tell me, ma. Have you understood how you are getting 1 by 8 VR, 2 by 8 VR, 3 by 8 VR, and so on? So this is the output of the DAC. This will represent the staircase signal. So this is the staircase signal. This is the output of DAC. Have you understood, ma? So I am telling up to only 3 bits. Now you can do 4th bit, 5th bit, 6th bit, 7th bit. Just write down the notes and do all that. Have you understood, ma, all of you? So in the first, I am discussing that the first application. So here I am saying that the output of the D2A converter is the output of the D2A converter is the staircase signal. So how you are getting the staircase signal? Are you understood? So only Srujana is not understanding the concept. Just take the pen and paper, ma. Try to calculate the V naught value. V naught value is nothing but minus VR into RF by R. That is the feedback resistor divided by the input resistor, and D1 by 2 power 1, D2 by 2 power 2, D3 by 2 power 3. So in the first case 0 0 1, that means VR into RF by R. I am telling ma Srujana. So that is VR into RF by R. D1 is 0. That's why 0 by 2 plus D2 is 0. 0 by 2 power 2 plus D3 is 1. That means 1 by 8. So minus VR into RF by R. I am saying RF equal to R. So both are cancelled. So minus VR into 0 by 2 is nothing but 0 plus 0 by 4 is nothing but 0 plus 1 by 8. So the output voltage V0 is equal to the 1 by 8. Now you understood, ma? Sonia, just take the pen and paper, try to solve. Write the equation V0 equal to minus VR into RF by R, B1 by 2 power 1 plus B2 by 2 power 2 plus B3 by 2 power 3. So now you put the values according to the B1 and B2 and B3. Try to solve. So this is the weighted resistor type DAC. Depending on the positional weightage of the binary number, we are constructing the circuit. Srujan Kumar. Srujan Kumar, just take the notes, ma. Write down the equation V0 equal to minus VR into RF by R, minus VR into RF by R, RF by R, and B1 by 2 power 1, B2 by 2 power 2, B3 by 2 power 3. B1 by 2 power 1 plus B2 by 2 power 2 plus B3 by 2 power 3. Now you substitute the digits 0 0 1. That means 0 minus VR into RF by R, 0 by 2 plus 0 by 4 plus 1 by 8. So again I am considering RF equal to R. RF equal to R. So if you substitute RF equal to R, then you get V0 equal to minus VR into 1 by 8. So I am saying that the resistors are also connected to the non-inverting terminal. So that's the reason I'm taking the VR as positive. Sujan Kumar, have you understood, ma? So how many of you know this girl, ma? Just tell me. Can any one of you know this girl? She is the famous environmentalist. Her name is Greta Thunberg. She is 17 years old. She is from Sweden. She is the Times Person of the Year. Just after the class, I want to share one new thing. That's why I'm showing her. She is the Times Person of the Year, and she started the program skipping the schools on Fridays. She is the Times Person of the Year. Srujan Kumar, now you got the answer, or still you are not understanding the concept? Just tell me, ma. So with this, I will end the lecture. So today we are discussing about the introduction to the ADC and DEC, ADC and DAC, and we are discussing one of the application of the ADC and DAC, and after that we are discussing about the weighted resistor type DAC, that is nothing but depending on the positional weightage of the digital number. So thank you all. Hope you understand the lecture. With this, I will end the lecture, ma.